Okay, welcome once more to my online video. This is a grade 9 past paper 2022, it's paper 2. So this one was question 1. Given that 1, 3, 3y equals 9, okay, find the value of y. These are matrices, okay, matrices. And what we are going to do here is as follows. Okay, we are going to find the determinant. We have already been given the determinant in this question. Let me just rewrite this question. Okay, this is 3 here equals 9. Okay, so the rule is that when you're when you're solving such questions, what you have to do is first thing, this is 9, is to put the question is by starting finding, putting the formula in the form of calculating the determinant. So the formula for calculating the determinant, uh, it's like this. We are going to say, in this case, we are going to multiply. Okay, since we have already been given the determinant there, we are going to say row by column. We are finding the value of y, and then we have already been given the determinant there, which is 9. So we'll say 1 times 3 plus 3 times y, equals 9. Okay, so 1 times 3, it is 3, plus 3 times y, it is 3y, equals 9. Okay, therefore we're going to collect the like terms. These 3 will close the equal sign, and when a number crosses an equal sign, it changes the sign. This is positive 3. When it crosses the equal sign, it will be negative 3. So remain with me. 3y equals 9 minus 3. Okay, so 3y equals 6. Okay, so when we have 6 there, we are going to say what is the 3y equals 6. We'll say both sides divide by 3. Both sides by 3. We'll cancel that and that. Then we'll remain with the value y. How many times does 3 goes into 9? It is 2. As simple as it is. Okay. So we shall quickly go to question 2. Okay. So question 2, it's 1b. That is 1b. Evaluate evaluate 1 1 0 1 1 base 2 plus 1 1 base 2. Giving your answer in base 2. Giving your answer in base 2. Okay, so when you are adding bases, because these are bases, okay, they are binary numbers. Okay, these are binary numbers. So there is a rule which must be obeyed when you are calculating binary numbers, and these rules are as follows. Number 1, okay, when you say 0 plus 0, okay, when you say 0 plus 0, the rule is that it should give you 0. Okay, 0 plus 0, it should give you 0. So these are the rules that must be applied when you are adding the bases, binary numbers specifically. Okay, binary numbers. When you say 0 plus 0, it should give you what? It should give you 0. Then when you say 1 plus 0, it should give you 1. 0 plus 1, it should give you 1. Then when you say 1 plus 1, it should give you 0. Okay, therefore, using these rules here, we can say 1, 1, 0, 1, 1 base 2. Then we add that. So we say plus. Okay, therefore, since this doesn't have any numbers here, we are just going to put the zeros here. Okay, so we always add like any other number starting from the right going to the left. 1 plus 1, according to these rules, it is 0. 1 plus 1, it is 0. 0 plus 0, it is 0. 1 plus 0, it is 1. 1 plus 0, it is 1. Base 2. Okay, we go to question. We go to question part C of question 1. Part C of question 1. Okay, part C of question 1 is saying a man's basic rates. A man's basic rate per hour is 20 kwacha, and his overtime rate is double time. Okay, is double time, full stop. If he worked for 54 hours, instead of 40, instead of 40 normal, instead of 50 normal working hours, in a certain week, calculate his wage for that week. Calculate his wage for that week. Calculate his wage for that week. Okay, so this is the question. So I have to rub the board to create some more space. Okay. Okay, so the solution here will be very simple. The question was saying calculate his wage for that week. So we are going to say normal wage. Normal wage. So the normal wage is that this person, he works for 40 hours per week. That is normal wage. Therefore, since he works for a 20 kwacha in a particular, I mean per hour. So we're going to say 40, those are hours, 40 hours times 20. Okay? 40 hours times 20, which is going to give us the total of 800. Okay, 800. Then, this is just his normal wage. But now we also have an overtime in the question. Okay, his overtime, we are saying in a particular week he worked for 54 hours. Okay, so if we say his normal working hours in a particular week, it is 40 hours. So we are going to say, what is the 54, okay, minus the 40, which is normal working hours. So we're going to find that it is 14. So his overtime was 14. Okay, and now here they are saying in the question that his overtime is double. Okay, his overtime, on the question they're saying his overtime is double time. His overtime is double time. So if in a week, if in an hour he works for 20 kwacha, okay? So we are going to say if he works, if he has an overtime, which means this 20 will be times 2, is double time. So we're going to say this 20 times 2. So for whatever overtime that this particular person is going to have, that overtime on the side of the money, it will be times 2 the normal working hours. Okay, therefore we're going to say his overtime amount that will be getting paid per hour, it will be a 40 kwacha. Therefore, to calculate the overtime here, we are going to say 54 minus 14 minus 40. 40, it is the normal working hours. It gave us 14. Therefore, say 14 hours times the normal amount that he's working for a particular hour, it is 20. But the question is saying for overtime, it will be double time. Therefore, say 20 times 2 give us 40. So 14 times 40. Okay. So 14 times 40, it is going to give us 560. 560. So that when we have this 560 here, now the question was saying find the total. The normal working hours, it gave us 800. The overtime, it gave us 560. Therefore, we're going to say, okay, 800 plus 560. 800 plus 560, it is going to give us the total of 1,360. Okay, this will give us 1,360. So this is the total that this man worked for. This is the simple mathematics which is here. Okay, so from here, we are going to look at part D of question 1. This one was part C. Sorry, I forgot to indicate. So now we are going to look at part D of question number 1. Okay, part D. Solve the spontaneous equation. Solve the spontaneous equation. Solve the spontaneous equation. Okay, and then we have this question: x minus 3 y equals 1. Then we have x plus 2y equals 6. Okay, so usually when we talk about the spontaneous equations, it's an equation where you are given two equations to solve at once. Okay, you must be able to find two answers for the two variables, both for x and for y at the same time. So this means finding two answers at once. It makes it from different equations, makes it a spontaneous equation. Okay, therefore, we are going to say, we're going to get this first equation. It doesn't matter which equation you get, whether you get the first or the second. We are going to make sure that I'll get the first equation here, x minus 3y equals 1. And I'll make sure I make x the subject of the formula. And how do I do that? I'll take this negative 3y and bring it on the other side of an equal sign, and then it will change the sign from being a negative to be a positive. Okay, so it will be x equals x equals 1 plus 3y. Okay, now that you have this equation here, what I do myself, in this case, I will use what we call substitution method, where I get now the second equation and bring it here. Then where there's x, I'll replace it by this whole thing here. Therefore, substitution method. Okay, I get the second equation, I bring it here, and then where there's x, since here they're saying x equals this, therefore where there's x in my second equation, I'll replace it with 1 plus 3y, therefore substitution. So instead of me to write x there, I'll write this. I'll say 1 plus 3y, 1 plus 3y plus 2y equals 6. Okay, therefore, as you are able to see, the whole equation now, it is full of only one variable, which is y. Therefore, I'll correct the like terms. This one will go on the other side of an equal sign. Therefore, it will be 3y plus 2y equals 6 minus 1. Okay, then 3y plus 2y, it gives me 5y. Okay, 5y, okay, equals 6 minus 1, it is 5. Therefore, 5y, okay, equals 5. I'll say over 5, then I'll say cancel that and that, and I'll say y equals 1, 5 into 5, it's 1. So the value of y, it is 1. Then how do I find the value of x? Finding the value of x, again, we go back to the original equations. You can choose any of the two equations, and then when you choose any of the two equations, you are going to replace 1 where there is a y, in order for us to find the value of x. I'll get to the second equation. Say x, okay, x plus 2. Why there is y equals 1. So I'll say 1 equals 6. X say 2 times 1, it is 2 times 1, it's a 2. So I'll say plus 2 equals 6. These two should cross an equal sign there. So it will be x equals 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2, it is 4. Therefore, say x equals 4. X equals 4. X equals 4. Okay. So the value of x down there, it has given us 4. Because we said when 2 crosses an equal sign, it becomes negative. Therefore, x equals 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. Okay, so we continue. We look at the second question. Okay. Okay, we dive into the second question. Okay, and the second question is saying that is 2a. Solve the equation. Okay, solve the equation x over 2 equals 3x minus 1. Okay, solve the equation x over 2 equals 3x minus 1. So when you have such an equation, okay, 3x minus 1. When you have such an equation, the easiest way to deal with this, it is first to be able to realize that we have two parts of an of the equation. Okay, we have the other side of an equal sign and the other side of an equal sign. Unfortunately, the other side of an equal sign has a fraction. So we have to make sure that we get rid of this fraction. How do we get rid of this fraction? We know that this side it's the same as over 1. So we multiply x times 1, it gives us 1x. We write the 1x there. Equals, we multiply 2 by those values on top, which are the numerators. So 2 times 3x, it is 6x. 2 times 1, it is negative 2 times 1, it's 2. Therefore, we say minus the 2 now, which was there. Then from there, we now correct the like terms here. We make sure that this 6 crosses an equal sign on the other side. Okay? Or maybe for you viewers not to be confused, we are going to rewrite this stuff like this. This is the same as 6x minus 2 equals x. Okay, so what are we going to do? This is just the same stuff. For the sake of people not to get confused. Okay, we just get it the way it is. We'll bring this x, this 6x on the other side of an equal sign. We group the like terms. So we are going to say x minus 6x equals negative 2. Okay, therefore therefore x minus 6x, it will be negative 5x equals negative 2. Okay, negative 5x equals negative 2. Okay, then from there, we continue by saying we have the 5 here, negative 5x, but we need to find the value of x. Therefore, say over negative 5 over negative 5. We'll cancel that, then we'll remain with x equals these negatives will cancel. Negative into negative is a positive. Therefore, the answer will be 2 over 5 as a fraction. Okay. Question 2, part B. Question 2, part B says, evaluate base 5 in base 5. Okay, so this is where we are going to start from. In our next video, may you follow and subscribe to my channel, and also share it if it's so interesting for you, and if at all you feel one or two other of your friends can learn from this. So this will be the